Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with another Soul Sunday video. If it's your first time coming over to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Deanna Marguerite. I hope you will love what you see and hear, and you hit that subscribe button and that bell down below. It don't cost you nothing, it is free, so definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back. So I got another email. First of all, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick update. I think I'm going to do this at the beginning of all of my Soul Sunday videos. Just kind of giving you guys an update on me and the baby and everything that's been going on. So I will be doing a more in-depth video of me and the baby and how, you know, mommyhood has been going, and her first like 5 months of life. She did turn 5 months on July 19th, so shout out to my baby. But yeah, she is 5 months now, and oh my gosh, full of personality. So I definitely will be doing a video in depth on that, breastfeeding, you know, kind of answering any questions that you may have. So I might be putting up something to see, maybe on my Instagram, to see what questions you might have in regards to me and my baby. I will be doing that type of video. So just as a quick update, we are doing well. I know a lot of, because I get a lot of emails, just kind of following up with the initial video that I did when I was like literally like 3 days postpartum and my child's father was not involved. Clearly now he is still not involved. Yeah, I don't get online and bash people and do all of that stuff. I let God deal with that type of stuff. I, you know, have my feelings that I express to my close family members and my close friends. You know, when you get really frustrated, those days where it's just really overwhelming as a mom, as a single mom. So yeah, I have those moments for sure, trust me, where I just be like, this nigga's a bum, like how dare he. But at the end of the day, I cannot harp on that. You know, I have to continue to move on with my life, because I feel like negative energy, if I keep a hold of negative energy, it will transfer to my daughter. So I just don't have time for it. I need her to grow up in a positive environment and just be the fun-loving, happy baby that she is. You feel me? So yeah, that's an update with that. But I will go into more depth with that later on my channel. So yes. Let me go ahead and get into this email. I have been getting quite a bit of Soul Sunday video emails, which I am so shocked that you guys think enough of me to want my advice. So yes, thank you. But yeah, this one is, I'm just going to call her Miss Sally. And I'm calling her Miss Sally because I grew up, you know, calling people of a certain age, like older people, by Miss. And I'm sorry if you get offended, Miss Sally, but I'm very respectful when it comes to that. So yeah, that's just how I was raised. But anyway, she goes, hey Deanna girl, I hope you are doing well. Let me just start off by saying I love your videos, so please don't get discouraged and quit.
I did.
Thank you. Hi. I won't get discouraged and quit. And thank you so much for your support. She says, I am one of your older viewers, 59 to be exact. I seen you were doing Soul Sundays again, and I just had to get another opinion on my issue since you are around the same age as my daughter. She will be 28 in September. Her and her child's father and her baby live with me in my basement. When my daughter got pregnant, she said her and her child's father needed a place to stay so they could save money, and by the time the baby was 6 months, they would be moved out. Well, now my granddaughter is almost 2 and they are still in my basement. I am getting so fed up, and my daughter uses my granddaughter to guilt me into letting them stay. Not to mention, now that COVID-19 is here, they both claim that they can't hold on to a decent job. Neither one of them like to clean up behind themselves or the baby, and I always end up having to remind them, which makes it awkward. I hate having to clean up behind grown people. I'm still wanting to date, and it's hard to do that when I have my daughter and her boyfriend living with me. Do you think I should just let them stay rent free, or give them time, or give them a time frame, or when they need to move out? On when they need to move out. I love my daughter and my granddaughter, but grandma gotta have a life too, and I honestly feel like our relationship is a lot better when we don't live together. Any advice you and your subscribers could give would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, sweetie. Wow, so this type of situation is almost similar to what I'm going through. I don't have me and my baby daddy living with my mom, but I do live with my mother still currently, and I'm 28 years old. The way I was brought up, and the way I planned on doing things, was for me to go to college, experience life without my mother and stuff, and I was going to come back to live with her and not move out until I got married. So you know, not saying unfortunately, but the plan changed when I had a daughter. So now that I have a daughter, I feel like I'm almost imposing on my mom. So me and my daughter will be moving out this year, 2020. You feel me? Because it just is becoming too much, and I feel like me and my mother have a great relationship. We're a really great relationship. It's always been me and her growing up. So at the end of the day, I feel like our relationship, now that I'm grown, our relationship is so much better when I don't live here. And our relationship was so much better when I lived on my own in Bowling Green, where I went to college. And it was just a lot better. And now that I'm back, you know, when I didn't have my daughter, I would still be, you know, able to go in and out as I pleased or whatever. I didn't have a curfew, stuff like that. I was still able to act like a grown adult and be a grown adult. But it still comes to a time where you just have to grow up. And Miss Sally, I feel like you definitely need to let your daughter know that it's time for her to branch out and get her own apartment with her child's father. Now, if her and the child's father are still together, and I'm guessing they are, why isn't he doing more as a man? Like, that's for me the main thing. I would feel weird not doing anything as a mother, but as a father, you not doing anything to take care of you and your family is just silly to me. And it's just, I don't respect no man that can't provide for his family. If you're physically able to, you need to be providing. I don't care if you got to flip burgers at McDonald's. And you said in your email that because of COVID-19 they can't find decent jobs. I'm sorry, but I don't know where you reside, Miss Sally, but at the end of the day, I haven't heard of anybody not being able to hold down some type of job. So restaurants are still functioning. You know, fast food restaurants never did close. So I'm not exactly sure. You said decent job. I'm not sure exactly what they're looking for, what their credentials are. But if you have a child and you're still living with your mother in her basement and you're trying to do better for yourself and your child, I feel like you shouldn't even care at this point where you get a job if you don't have one. So, and if you don't, there's all types of government assistance. There's Section 8. There is, and the thing is, like, I feel like some people feel like they're just too good to get on food stamps, to get on Section 8. If you're not doing nothing, like, to get a job, if you're not doing anything, you're living in your mother's basement, I'm gonna need you to not be up on your high horse. You need to come down a peg, because at the end of the day, they're taking money out of my taxes to put into the welfare system. So at the end of the day, use it. If you're not doing anything, use the welfare system. Get you on some get you some food stamps and get on the waiting list for Section 8. because you can get yourself into an apartment, you and your baby daddy. So yeah, I feel like you definitely, Miss Sally, need to give them some type of time frame on when they need to move out. I feel like if you're trying to be considerate of the fact that COVID-19 is going on, I would maybe come up with some type of arrangement where you will pay like their first month's rent, or maybe you'll pay half of their first month's rent and they come up with the other half, or you'll pay their security deposit or something to where you can give them some type of slight push. But even though you shouldn't have to with a 28-year-old, but something gotta give, because you should be able to live your life. You've already raised her. And I'm one of those people that feel like it is so wrong to put so much on grandparents. Grandparents are those people that you can just drop your kids off once in a while, you know, when they feel like they want to have the grandkids around. They spoil them and send them back home to you. They're not there to raise your kids. They've already raised you. They're not there to raise your kids. They're not there to do anything that you should do as a parent. They're the grandparents. They're there to spoil and to help when they feel like it, pretty much, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Some grandparents go over and beyond, and that's up to them. That should be their prerogative if they want to, but they shouldn't be made to feel like they have to, in my opinion. So but you know, everybody has their own opinions of what grandparents and what they should and shouldn't do. But at the end of the day, you should not feel obligated to have your basement be the home of your 28-year-old daughter, her baby dad, and the baby. Like my mom said, you and the baby can stay here as long as you want, but as soon as you get in a relationship with somebody and you trying to move out or you trying to be in a relationship, I feel like you need to move out, period, because that nigga's not coming and living in here, period. So and I completely understand her when it comes to that. I wouldn't either. Like, my daughter grows up and she has a baby, and I'm hoping that she will not, you know, follow in my footsteps and have a baby out of wedlock or whatever, or at least in a good situation. I'm hoping that she will make a better decision. But anyway, you just never know. So if she were to come back and want to live, I'm not letting the man come in. He's a man. Sorry. He can get a place for you and your baby, period. So that's how I feel about that situation, and hopefully that advice helped you, Miss Sally. I know you probably already had that in your mind. You just kind of wanted to get a person's opinion of my age, the same age as your daughter. And I feel like she's definitely taking advantage, and she's definitely, and it's wrong of her to guilt you using the granddaughter, like we'll be on the streets type situation. I'm not sure if that's exactly what she's saying, but yeah, no. And if anything, the granddaughter can stay and y'all two shiftless niggas can get out. Because at the end of the day, y'all are grown and able and physically able to work. Now, if you're too bougie to take your butt to Burger King or to McDonald's and flip burgers, then I don't know what else to tell you. You need to do that, period, or get them some type of government assistance or something. So definitely give them a deadline, Miss Sally. In my opinion, you should definitely give them a deadline. I would say if it's it's July right now, so I feel like I would hope by the beginning of 2021 they should be able to move out, period. Stack your money, get a job at a fast food restaurant or somewhere. I don't care. And the thing is, people might judge, but if I was in a situation where I couldn't find anything else, the stripping days is here. I'm gonna be stripping for my baby, because never will my baby want for anything, period. And that's just the bottom line. So yeah, let me know what you guys feel, or let Miss Sally know what your advice is for her and her situation, because it might be different from mine. If you agree with me, then that's great. But if not, like, you got your own opinion on what you think Miss Sally should do. If you've been through something similar, or if you're going through currently something similar, leave your thoughts down below. And yeah, I will see you queens in my next video. I love you guys so much.